All right, what's going on, dudes? Koi here. All right, something's up with the graphics of the game or my PC, one of the two. But it looks like the recording is going fine, so I think it's just a personal problem. So, I'm just going to show you guys how I pretty much solo this raid. I think it's actually pretty easy as long as you kind of get down the basic concepts. So, first things first, you always want to have a starter unit that does more damage off of placement, and then start working on these trunks instantly. I actually do prefer what's that one gimmick called? It's a nice little blue thing right here. You know what that is? It's super cheap, and it only costs like 1 or 2 crystals to even get. It's great. It's like it reduces the cost by like 20%. I love it. It actually makes the gameplay a lot more fun for me, especially since I don't have to focus on going back and forth. I messed up my macros just a little bit, but we recover because I instantly get my supernova right here, allowing me to pretty much decimate the rest of the area right here, so nothing really to worry about here. Let's see. All right, we max him out. I don't know what's up with my graphics card. Maybe I have to update it. All right. That's weird. I'm getting just like a little bit of screen tears, but nothing too serious. All right. So the thing about this actual, the thing about this actual raid is that you do get a bonus of a lot of damage based off of if you bring the right element to the raid, which is pretty cool in my opinion. I think that the this actually is the perfect time to bring up Kuro, who actually is killing it in this raid. He's actually a wind unit, and he also does a crap ton of damage. So he's literally perfect for this raid. We're gonna go ahead and put a couple Buruses right here, max them out. Let's see. With Trunks, the fact that I do have Trunks with some decent stats already, he's pretty much going to cook on his own, pretty much carrying my entire workflow. As you can see, we got Kisame. So the way that I normally put down my Kisames is I put them down at a pretty decent distance between each other, and then I pop them here, and then I do the same thing for right about here. As you can see, Kisame is my stun unit, so all I have to do is actually just have him target the strongest, and once he targets the strongest, I have nothing to worry about after that. And boom. Now we pretty much have the same basis. I don't really change anything here with my Burus because my Burus is just kind of do damage and that's it. And next we're going to go ahead and move on with Kuro. Probably Kuro, I want to put him about right here. He does already have a bunch of range and a good amount of damage, plus the bonus damage that he gets off with him being his specific element. I also have the Blizzard Charm on him just for that extra bit of CC. He's very destructive, very fast, and he does a good amount of damage for an epic unit. Probably is still my favorite immortal unit because he just does so much work, and it's perfect for his element. You know what I mean? I think he's in a great spot right now. Next, we're going to go ahead and put down some Minatos right now. I'm thinking about right here. The reason I put down Minato line units here is because I want him to target the last guy, so he'll only strike down this direction. Then in the other way, I actually want this Minato to actually just target first, so that he'll strike down this direction. And then the first Minato I will put right here, and he will also target the last guy over here. Pretty much allowing him to go down the lane, as you can see. And this is pretty much my starter damage right here. He's gonna, do a lot of damage and pretty much clean up the back lane. And you'll see the Kisame is kind of like pulling a little bit of weight here by actually dragging a lot of the units up in the air, at least the really strong ones that get past. And then it gets even more crazy whenever they get over here. So as you can see, this setup is almost beautiful in my opinion. I love this setup. I know a lot of people just put down, big old unit go burr, but I've ran with this team since last update. None of the units that I want to play right now are even working right now, so I cannot even say that, I'm going to be able to use them. Like, for instance, I would love to use Kizaru, but the character's bugged out, and I can't do anything with him. And that's just incredibly harsh. It's like pulling teeth in this game right now whenever it comes down to trying to play the new update. So all I can really rely on is getting the new units and working off of that. And then hopefully they'll fix these systems. I hope they fix the element system. I hope they fix all these things. But I also think the developers are trying to take a break but I don't think the testers are working hard enough, honestly. I think after the update released, a lot of them, as I am in the tester server, a lot of them are just kind of doing their own thing right now, and a lot of them just kind of like went self-glaze, and then they were like, all right, we're done. We pretty much finished. We completed the update. We're done. And then all these updates release, like Kizaru not even working, and just like a bunch of other units not even working and slowly getting patched here and there. A bunch of exploitable bugs that have happened over time. Like there's a crap ton, like one where we had infinite gems, one where we had infinite EXP, another one where we had, what do you call it, characters that were doing the wrong move sets, a bunch of different characters that were doing less damage than they were supposed to, a lot of buffs that aren't working correctly, stuff like that. So right here, you know, right here, as you can see, he is getting stunned right here. We are getting those Kisame stuns with the strongest target. And as you can see, he did not get past. Now, it does get a little more critical as we get deeper into the match. And you'll see that we have more to deal with as we get to Aokiji and as we get to Akainu. It's kind of like a small burst of high-end damage. And, you know, we do have Fujitora right here, but he's less of a threat than you'd think he would be. Even though he has a little more HP, he really doesn't have much of a threat base just because he's by himself. Now, what makes these bosses hard is whenever they stack up and you only have single target AoE. That's the only problem that you have. They did nerf Kisame because he used to have a beautiful water bubble that did, like, you know, hit a lot of units at once, and I'm so mad that they nerfed him because of that. So ridiculous. Unnecessary nerf that did not need to happen. But I guess the developers felt that a character that was legendary isn't supposed to be good. So, you know, they need to get their priorities straight in that regard. As you can see, we are taking him out here. Aokiji is going to be the biggest threat, and then after that, Akainu is going to pull up and become an even larger threat. And if you look back here, you'll see that the Buddha will spawn as well. Now we have the Admiral here who's taking the brunt of the damage. We still have lots of those water attacks happening to him right now, so as long as he's getting hit by those Kisames, he should still be being attacked by the Buruses and stuff. As you can see, once he gets out of that range, we are going to end up moving him back, though. If he... Oh, actually, I don't think he's going to make it out of here. Nope, he did not make it out. Now it's just the Golden Admiral, and he has 625,000 HP, which is just a crazy amount of HP, but he's still slow enough to where it's still doable. He's still able to be worn down. And you would think, well, what about the Kisame damage? No, we're working off of the World Destroyer. We're working off of Kuro, who's probably carrying the hardest right now. He's got 70,000 damage. But his stuff is going to just keep skyrocketing as he starts ticking away at this guy. We have Minato, who does do a very good amount of damage. Incredibly underrated mythic that people still don't think is up there. But that SPA time is just what keeps him on the board, even as a line unit. So as you can see, he is being whittled down. We are already halfway through. Nothing really to worry about here. And after this, I still have 5 more tickets to use. So this is literally just the end game final one that gives you the Blackbeard. I already have 2 copies of Kizaru, and I'm looking to get a copy of Shanks as well from this raid. So I'm very excited to get my first copy of Shanks. He is obtainable if you do not get him through the raid way, as if you get him through the other means, which is the... okay, we're going to start moving stuff, by the way. All right, so let's go ahead and move Kuro. Let's go ahead and move both Kuros right here. Let's move these Kisames out of here. The Buruses are already out of combat, and we're going to go ahead and move these guys out of here. Minato, we will also move him as well. Hang on. There we go. And let's go ahead and get rid of the Trunkses while we're at it. And let's go ahead and start working on, this is the second position that I kind of use with air units and stuff like that. And I'll just spam the upgrade button. I love the brand new upgrade macros. It makes the game so much easier for me because I could just put down the units that I want. With Kisame, we could be a little cheap and do that instead because we only need him to do his move. We don't need him to do anything special. I don't care if he has that extra bit of range or not. If it becomes apparent that it's going to become cheaper for me just to like focus on him, then sure. But we're right here. All I want is Water Prison. Now I want my Kuros down. Give those upgrades to the max. Kuro's a little more expensive, but with the Trunkses that we already had, we're already just fine. And I know this is overkill, but we're already cooking with these Minatos right here, bro. We're already cooking with the Minatos. It's already over. And we already won. And that's pretty much how I soloed the stage, yeah. We soloed Marine stage 4. Another Kizaru. Amazing. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell down below. If you guys got any comments, concerns, or anything like that, or any questions on who can you put on from your team on this, just let me know down below. Take it easy and peace.